Welcome back to the FamilyDeal.com 7 Sports Cave. Quick note for you, of course, more of this NBA free agency bomb. Andre Iguodala, who's a huge part of Golden State's runs to multiple championships and finals over the past couple of seasons. He's been traded to the Memphis Grizzlies, basically a salary cap dump made by the Warriors, with Memphis giving back some future draft picks, protected and unprotected, in the future. Go look it up. It's all sorts of craziness out there. Dylan Larkin, though, he hosted his sold-out Larkin Hockey School for the 4th year. The Red Wings star holds the camp at Lakeland Arena in Waterford, his hometown rink. So Brad Galli took a unique look from the camp from the on-ice perspective.
You guys, all right, here we go. 1 at a time. Yeah, he did, yeah. Go ahead, bud. Am I in trouble? Had a big lunch. What's up, man? How do we welcome our special guest campers? New puck, new puck. The next 3 guys are going to be at the end of the pad. What a turnover.
So do these kids grill you with questions about who's going to be the next Wings captain? They're just more concerned about where they're going to get lunch?
They're more concerned about where they're going to get lunch. A lot of them ask if I'm really Dylan Larkin.
And when they find out it's actually you, how do they react?
They love it. It's fun. For me to see the kids smile on their face and playing hockey, and where I grew up, where a lot of us grew up playing, is always special, and the reason why we keep coming back to do it.
How much have things changed? You've done this every year since you've been a pro. Do the parents look at you any differently? Do the kids look at you any differently? Is it different for you coming here?
Well, one kid did say to me today, earlier this morning, he said, "Hey, you have a goatee." And I said, "No, it's a beard." You know, one of these superstars could have their own camp here, and that would be cool. And you know, that's the whole point of it. You know, it would be pretty cool. Change.
Thanks for the time, bud.
Yeah, great to see you. Thanks for coming out again.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you
Sorry to hit you with
hop
the weird
in?
time. What's
Red
that?
team needs a guy, it looks like. Go for 1 shift. Come on.
You want me to?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
And ready, change.
Let's go.
Hey, Brad, get in there. Come on, it's just a puck. Don't be afraid of it. Everyone bring it in. I think for the first time in Larkin Hockey School history, we're going to have to send a student home. And that's Brad Galli. He didn't make the cut today, and so we'll give him taps. Though it was a good effort.
Thanks, guys. Good luck. Work harder. Thanks. Good job, bud. Good to see you. Thanks, man.
That's what happens when you don't what happens when you don't work hard enough.
Yeah.
Well, that's not true for what Brad did this weekend and all week, quite frankly, at the Rocket Mortgage Classic. Speaking of the Red Wings, though, they hosted their development camp this week at Little Caesars Arena. One of the visitors to camp hails from the same place where quite a few of those Red Wings have come over the years. Sweden. Yeah, little tie-in here with the Rocket Mortgage Classic. PGA Tour pro Jonas Blixt was in town to play in that tournament, and he talked to Brad about his love of the wing wheel.
Got to go to Caesars Palace. No, so it's not Caesars Palace, but the Caesars Arena, and look around in the locker rooms and stuff like that, because I'm a big Detroit Red Wings fan, so it was fun.
It's essentially a palace, man. I mean, walking through that building, it is so new, and they've got all the amenities. They had development camp there. I heard that you wanted to get down. What was it like seeing those guys in that uniform?
You know, it's kind of like a childhood dream for me to, you know, be a hockey player, but it didn't really work out that way. I'm a golf player now, so just kind of see the, you know, what you don't see, you know, with the cameras. So it was kind of fun to see.
Growing up, there were so many Swedish-born guys that started making names for themselves in the NHL, but it was Nick Lidstrom really that kind of separated himself as the guy here in Detroit for so many of us to really understand the Swedish culture, because he brought much of that here. What attached you to your fanhood for the Red Wings? Was it Nick and Holmstrom and those guys?
Yeah, it was kind of, you know, when they went into, I'm not really sure about the year, but it was 07, the first.
The 07, 08?
Or
97?
Yeah. No, 07 actually, because I kind of grew up as a Lemieux fan.
All right.
So I was a Pittsburgh fan, and when they played the Pittsburgh in the Stanley Cup final, I found myself cheering for the Red Wings the whole time. So I kind of switched there. I got to go with them. So yeah, staying with them.
That's great. Yeah. Just your impressions too of these fans when they see that hat on you. They probably do a second guessing. Go, wait a minute, how's that all work out? What was the reception like from fans out here this week?
It was great. They were very happy. I represented Detroit, and kind of just a fun thing. Don't really have a hat sponsor right now, so I kind of want to do something fun with it. So I'm glad I can, represent a little bit.
How cool is that? Guy comes to Detroit for the first time in his life, says, hey, I'm going to rock the franchise brand that I know and I love. That's awesome. A lot of those stories came out of the PGA Tour this week. Very cool stuff. But up next, we have to talk more about that Derrick Rose signing coming to the Pistons. What do you guys think about that in the Twitter world? Use the hashtag 7SportsCave. I'll get to those coming up next on the FamilyDeal.com 7 Sports Cave. We'll be right back.